Hi, Athena. Hey, pretty girl. She has never jumped up on my lap. She kind of kept hanging around and looking up at my leg, and I said, come on, Athena. And she just jumped up here. Now don't bother Savannah, please. Oh, my bad, it's not Savannah. I can't see. That would be Anastasia. Thank you. Anywho, she's been in here since 2018, 2019, 2019 maybe. Anyway, the idiots got evicted that lived over beside me, and they had two cats, and they were able to place one of their cats because where they moved to next, they didn't have, they couldn't have animals, and I mean they moved in dark of night, and they left dark of night. And that usually means something's going on when they're doing that. And I think there was some drug stuff going on over there, which I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I lived up here 34 years this month. So, it's hard to say. But anywho, I mean, there was at least one person that lived over there, and I know he was into drugs. I don't know if he was selling them or just selling and using. But I know he used. I don't know if he sold or not. But that's immaterial. But anyway, the idiots that got evicted, they just left Athena behind. Didn't bother to tell nobody nothing. And a couple of weeks later, the idiot saw me on the deck and said, oh, well, I left her behind since you feed so many cats anyway. And I just thought, you are a piss poor person. You should never have an animal in your life again. And he even made the comment, he said, well, she looks kind of thin. Maybe you could bring some food over here. And I guess maybe I should have thought and said, well, maybe if you hadn't left her behind. But I didn't say that. I said, she knows where the food is. She gets hungry enough, she'll come over here. And of course, I mean, it's just a few steps to that apartment. And of course, she came over here and they didn't have her fixed. So Jordan and Cammie are her babies. And then the next year, I thought that she had a home because she had like a red collar around her neck. And then the red collar was gone. And then I noticed in the spring she was pregnant again. So I thought, okay. And she'd been outside, so when I had her fixed, I had them tip her ears so if she got out, she wouldn't be confused with anybody else that maybe wasn't fixed or whatever. So, but anywho, I brought her in on Mother's Day 2020, and she had her babies that day. And her babies are Creed, Willow, and Abigail. And Abigail is at the Rainbow Bridge. Anyway, because when I brought her in for her to have her babies, she stayed in. Didn't you? Yeah. She usually stays to herself, but she started like moving around a little bit more where she got out of the kitchen. She went into the hall and laid and up on a tote box. Then she laid in the window seat for a while. And then she started coming back in here and kind of looking around. And she's a really good kitty. She don't bother nobody. Whereas I've got three boys that, two in particular, are mean. Not only to her, but some others. And even Anastasia ain't all that sweet. I don't know why. I mean, they're on their terrible twos. There'll be 3 on Christmas. But anyway, ain't you a pretty girl? Ain't you pretty? Yeah. Phew, I need to cut that heat down in the hall, but I do not want to get her up unless I absolutely have to. But I call her Mama Athena. And then I do have one, Mommy. Her name is Mommy. She was pregnant 2 or 3 times, but I don't know what happened to the other 2 times that she was, but Savannah, that's her mommy. And then Kaylee, That was her mama too. And Kaylee's at the Rainbow Bridge too. There's a lot at the Rainbow Bridge over the years. Anyway, I'm trying really hard to be a good person so I can see them when I pass. You want mommy quit taking videos of you? Oh my goodness. Guess that mean the ear. Huh. Yeah, you're getting to be a big girl. Of course, your two daughters, Cami and Jordan, are really big girls. Oh, there come Mommy. Hi, Mommy. What you doing, pretty girl? And there's a mean one. There's Christian. Caleb. Sometimes he's not very nice either. There's Earl. And are you making bread? Huh? Jazzy. Cammy. Creedy. Creed. There's Anastasia. And Logan. And Jasmine. There's Jordan. Way past all my junk. I don't know where the rest of them are. Well, kitchen and in the D&2, I think. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed seeing my kitties and hearing how Athena came to be with us. I'm sorry she had lousy parents. However, I'm real blessed to have her. So, but he could have gone about it in a better way to have at least said. He said the reason why he didn't take her to the shelter was because, well, she's not very. I don't think he used the word personable because I don't think he would know a word that big. But I think he said she's a loner, and I thought, aren't most cats? They're pretty well loners, you know. But anyway, it would have been the polite thing to have done to come and tell me I'm going to leave her, and this is why. But he didn't. And then he even said, well, I'll bring some food by every couple of weeks. I'm like, no, just forget it. I'll take care of it. I will take care of her. Anywho. But I'm very blessed to have all my babies. All my babies. Did you get tired of making biscuits, Mommy? Alrighty. Caleb got down. Please like, subscribe, and share if you would like.